Introduction to matrices. In this video, I'll cover what do we mean by matrix and why should we learn matrix. Then how do we represent the matrix? What is the order of the matrix and what are the different types of matrices? So let us see what do we mean by a matrix. So a matrix is a rectangular array of real numbers. And these real numbers are called the elements of the matrix. The plural of matrix is matrices. So matrices are the rectangular array of real numbers. And why should we learn it? Generally, we use matrices solving system of linear equation. We can use it to solve linear equations in 2 variables, 3 variables or more variables. Okay, so this is why we should learn matrix. Now let us see how do we represent the matrices and what do we mean by the order of a matrix. A matrix is always represented by a capital letter. So let us take a matrix, say capital A. It is a rectangular array of real numbers. So I write A11, A12, A13 and so on, A1n, A21, A22 and so on, A2n, AM1, AM2 and so on, AMN. These are nothing but the elements of the matrix. So A, I, J is the element of the matrix A at the position ith row and jth column. Okay, so we see that. So in this particular matrix, you have row 1, row 2 and so on. You go till row M and you have column 1, column 2, column 3 and so on. There are n columns. And the position of any element is given by the subscript. I represents the row in which the element is lying and J represents the column in which the element is lying, and you get the position of that particular element in this array. So we write the matrix A as, okay, A is a M by N matrix. M represents the number of row and N represents the number of column, and this M by N is called the order of the matrix. Okay, so any matrix given to you will have certain number of rows and the columns. Based on the row and column, we can determine the order of the matrix. Let us see an example. Suppose we have a matrix B and the elements are say 1, 0, 2, -3, 6 and 10. Okay, first thing is to represent the order of the matrix. Order of the matrix, we need to figure out the rows. So we have row 1 and row 2. So there are M, which is the number of rows, which is 2, and N is the number of columns. So we have column 1, column 2 and column 3. So N is 3, and hence the order of B is 2 by 3. It is a 2 by 3 matrix. Okay, this means that there are total 6 elements in this matrix. And what are those elements? They are represented by B11, the element in the first row and the first column, which is 1. B12 first row, second column, which is 0. B13 first row and the third column, which is 2. Then the element in the second row and the first column, which is -3, second row, second column, which is 6, and the second row, third column, which is 10. Okay, so this is how we represent the element of any given matrix. Matrix is represented by a capital letter, and the order of the matrix is the number of rows by the number of columns. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Now let us see the different types of matrix. What do we mean by a square matrix, a row matrix, and a column matrix? Let us write three matrices. Matrix A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Matrix B, 1, 2, 3. And matrix C, 4, 5, 6. All are rectangular arrays. And let us write the order of the matrix here. So this is 2 by 2 matrix. This is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 row and 3 columns. Here there were 2 rows and 2 columns. And here there are 3 rows and 1 column. So the order is 3 by 1. Any matrix in which the number of rows is equal to the number of columns, then such matrix is known as a square matrix. It will be a square array now because m is equal to n and the order of the matrix will be m by m or n by n. They will be the same. Let us see matrix B here. In matrix B, number of rows m is 1. There is 1 row and there are 3 columns. So a matrix having just 1 row is called a row matrix. So in this case, B is a row matrix. There is just 1 row. And similarly, in C, the number of rows are 3, but the number of columns is 1. And hence, this C is called a column matrix. A matrix in which there is only 1 column. So I hope what is a square matrix, a row matrix, and column matrix is clear to everyone. In my next video, we will see how do we form the matrices when the system of linear equation is given to us. How do we form the augmented matrix and how do we form the matrix of coefficient. If you have any doubts in this video, you can send me an email at kirti.mathacademy@gmail.com. This is my YouTube channel Math Academy. If you have liked my videos, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.